Praise be thy holy name. I come to you, Father, seeking your holy will, to speak your words that have been coming to me on this your Sabbath day. And I praise you for it. I glorify you. And Father, bless and don't curse that those that fail to understand the wholeness of your word. Bless this teaching in the name of Yahshua HaMashiach. Amen. Well, I felt led to come to you today teaching on divorce. Now we have to really begin in the Old Testament in Deuteronomy, the 24th chapter. And it says, when a man hath taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she found no favor in his eyes, because he hath found something uncleanliness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorcement, and give it in her hand, and send her out of the house. And when she is departed out of his house, and she may go and be another man's wife. Excuse me. And if the latter husband hates her and writes her a bill of divorcement, meaning her second husband hates her also and gives her a bill of divorcement, and gives it in her hand, and sends her out of his house, or if the latter husband died, which took her to be his wife, in other words, this second husband, if he decides to divorce her also, or if he dies, her former husband, the first one she was married to, and gave her writ of divorce and sent her away, which sent her away, may not take her again to be his wife. After that she is defiled, for that is abomination before the Lord, and thou shalt not cause the land to sin, which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance. So in other words, if the second husband gets a divorce or dies, and then all of a sudden the first husband decides, oh, wow, maybe I want her back. Maybe I was wrong. I want her back. No, he can't do that. That would be a grievous sin. It would be abomination to do that. Because once he did it, he can't redo it. But let's go over here in the New Testament now, and in Yahshua, Jesus' words. Let's see what is being said. And he's talking about a commandment. This is how it starts out. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you, that whosoever taketh on a woman to lust after her, committeth adultery with her already in his heart. So, the 10 Commandments are no longer written in stone. They're written on our heart. And when they become written on our heart, they're more advanced. They become the thought process. Not just the stone process, but the thought process will cause you to sin. Then he goes on, if the right eye offends thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not thy whole body should by casting into hell. And if thy right hand offends thee, cut it off, and cast it from thee, for it is profitable for thee that one of these members should be perished, and not that whole body should be cast into hell. But then go on. It hath been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writ of divorce. Okay, he's addressing this. But I say unto you, that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, that's sexual immorality, causing her to commit adultery, whoever shall marry her, that is divorced, commits adultery. Okay, now let's go on over here to 19. And start with verse 3. It makes it pretty plain. And the Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? Now you're going to find out what Jesus says. And he answered and said unto them, Have you not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female, and said, For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. Whenever they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore God hath joined together, what God hath joined together, let not man put asunder. They said unto him, Why did Moses then command to give a writ of divorce, and to put her away? And this is what Jesus says. He says unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your heart, suffered you to put away your wife, but from the beginning it was not so. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whoever marrieth her shall not marrieth her which is put away, doth commit adultery. I am telling you, when it comes to marriage, it is a sacred vow between a man and a woman and God. And if for any reason somebody tells you you need to leave your husband for any reason, or your wife for any reason other than, well, you know, for any reason, because I personally have not the right to tell you to divorce your mate. That is between you and God. It is a sin when people come in and think they have a right to say, oh, that person is not living like they should. He or she is a sinner, so therefore leave them. No. We can't do that. Even Paul said that if the unbelieving husband desires to stay with the believing wife, she's not to leave him. Or the reverse. Because by her standing, or he standing, if it's the reverse, with this unbelieving mate, then we will see that in the end run, her life or his life will show such a light that it could bring them to Yahshua. Divorce should be the very, very last choice that you make. There is nothing else left to do. And if that person, that unbelieving mate, decides to leave you, then you have to let them go, even though it may break your heart. But no man, no woman has a right to tell another person to get a divorce and leave their mate. That is abomination unto God, an abomination.